Welcome. You're tuned into the English news programme on Somaliland National Television with me, Yasmin Saeed. These are the stories making local headlines. Development Committee of Marodi Cheh holds a 3-day meeting in collaboration with Somaliland's Ministry of Planning. Syrian government accuses Israel of destabilising efforts. The Developmental Committee of the Marodi Cheh region held a consultative 3-day conference in collaboration with the Ministry of Planning and National Development. The Vice Governor of the Marodi Cheh region, Rashid Ahmed, was in attendance for the conclusion of this conference, which was held in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa.
The Development Committee of Marodi Cheh region held their conclusion of a 3-day conference where they discussed the approaches that can be implemented to develop the Marodi Cheh region, and had in attendance the Vice Governor of the Marodi Cheh region, Rashid Ahmed. This conference was held in the Ministry of Planning and National Development in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa, and had various stakeholders, which included the 25-person Development Committee, the regional leadership, and the Ministry of National Planning and Development. The 25-person committee is made up of district officials and members of the public with an interest in developing their districts and region. This conference had in attendance academic scholars from ELO University, who in coordination with the Ministry of Planning and National Development are providing their input and views on development initiatives in the Marodi Cheh region. ELO University is in the Older region and have already held similar meetings in the Older region regarding development initiatives that are currently underway, and it's hoped will be implemented through the Ministry of Planning and National Development and spread across Somaliland. The Vice Governor of the Marodi Cheh region, Rashid Ahmed, provided the concluding speech at the event and thanked all the participants while stating that this is a progressive step for Marodi Cheh region and Somaliland as a whole.
Parliamentarian Ahmed Mohamed Diriye spoke to our reporters on recent media outlets, publishing claims that he and another parliamentarian received the private contract for issuing electronic Somaliland passports. The parliamentarian stressed the importance of media outlets refraining from false and fabricated publications.
Parliamentarian Ahmed Mohamed Diriye Na'na held a press conference in the capital of Somaliland, Hargeisa, where he denied speculation broadcasted by local media outlets, which was in regards to a contract for transferring the Somaliland passport to electronic passports, which implicated himself and Parliamentarian Ali Marayhan. MP Ahmed Diriye Na'na, who is a member of the Somaliland House of Representatives, spoke at the press conference where he elaborated on their pending departure to Britain. Mr. Na'na also denied allegations in the local media regarding the contract for the Somaliland electronic passports. It is not our business to do this job, because we are not businessmen. This is a business for businessmen. We are going to Britain to assist in relieving issues for vulnerable people among the community of Somaliland, said Parliamentarian Ahmed Mohamed Na'na. The parliamentarian also expressed the necessity to encourage people to find motivation from the media, and he warned against such speculative journalism in the future. He stressed the importance of accurate journalism to ensure what people see in the media is factual and protects national interests.
Somtel Telecommunications, yet again, proves why it's contending as one of the nation's leading telecom providers. CEO of Somtel, Awil Saleh Abdi, invited the press earlier to announce the launch of exclusive internet-based services for Somtel users.
Somtel, one of the leading telecommunication providers in Somaliland, held a press conference to announce their plans of launching exclusive services to Somtel carriers. The telecommunications company is revered as a favorite among citizens nationwide for their affordable plans, extensive network coverage, and optimal customer service center. CEO of Somtel, Awil Saleh Abdi, spoke to the media on the new exclusive services offered to Somtel users. The CEO of Somtel stated that the additional services will enable Somtel users to receive internet-based services such as Facebook notifications and Gmail emails via mobile phone. Somtel Telecommunications expanded its operation after a demand surged by an overwhelming number of consumers due to the wide range of exclusive and consumer-friendly services. CEO of Somtel, Awil Saleh Abdi, continued to inform those present at the press conference that Somtel Telecommunications will work even harder at providing citizens with ample opportunities and support in hopes of further satisfying consumer needs. Eid Musa Mohammed, head of Somtel's marketing and sales division, emphasized the overall objective of Somtel as a telecommunications provider created to offer citizens with reliable, consistent, and affordable mobile phone services. The exclusive benefits of Somtel users updating social media sites, checking email accounts continues to exhibit Somtel's role in the emerging telecommunications market.
You're watching the English news programme on Somaliland National Television, the only Somali-speaking channel with an English news programme. And now for our international headlines in detail. Bashar al-Assad has accused Israel of trying to destabilize Syria by attacking a military research base outside Damascus last week, and said his country was able to confront current threats and aggression, according to state media.
The Syrian president made the remarks on Sunday in a meeting with Saeed Jalili, Iran's National Security Council secretary in Damascus. It was Assad's first reported response to the attack. According to diplomats, Syrian rebels and security forces, Israeli jets bombed a convoy near the Lebanese border on Wednesday, apparently hitting weapons destined for Hezbollah, the Lebanese armed group backed by Syria and Iran. Syria said the target was a military research center in Jamariya, northwest of Damascus. Assad's accusations came as Ehud Barak, Israel's defense minister, gave the first hint of Israeli involvement in the air attack during his appearance at the Munich Security Conference in Germany.
Millions of Cubans voted Sunday for parliamentary candidates in elections critics say are closed and offer no real competition that the government defends as grassroots democracy.
The body is expected to rename Raul Castro, whom state television showed casting his ballot in the eastern province of Santiago, as president for another 5 years. Voting began last October with municipal elections. Term limits do not exist in Cuba, but on various occasions Castro has proposed limiting public officials, including the president, to 2 consecutive periods in office. Government critics call Cuban elections perfunctory, noting that only the Communist Party is permitted on the island, and only one approved candidate is on the ballot for each seat in parliament. Castro and his older brother Fidel, now retired, have headed up the government for 5 decades. Among those voting in Havana on Sunday was Fidel Castro, who appears in public only occasionally now since he fell ill in 2006 and stepped aside permanently less than a year later.
Funeral prayers have been held in the northwestern Pakistani town of Banu for 9 soldiers killed in an attack at an army post that killed at least 35 people. Taliban fighters wearing suicide vests fired automatic weapons and rocket-propelled grenades at the base in 2 provinces in a pre-dawn raid on Saturday, officials said. At least 10 civilians and 12 fighters were among the dead. The Pakistani Taliban claimed responsibility for Saturday's attack. Spokesman Ahsanullah Ahsan told the Associated Press that the attack was in retaliation for the recent deaths of 2 Taliban commanders in US drone strikes. He accused the Pakistani army of helping with the attacks. Pakistani officials often criticize drone operations as a violation of the country's sovereignty, but are known to have assisted some US strikes in the past. A police official, speaking on condition of anonymity because he was not authorized to brief the media, said he saw the bodies of 3 attackers with their suicide vests intact. The raid came a day after a suicide bombing at a Shia mosque elsewhere in the northwest that killed 24 people, police said. The blast at the mosque was the latest in a rising number of sectarian attacks in the country. The Pakistani Taliban also claimed responsibility for that attack. The Taliban and allied armed groups have stepped up the pace of the attacks in Pakistan in recent months, an indication of their strength despite numerous army operations against their strongholds in the northwest. South Korea's unification minister has warned that North Korea's proposed 3rd round of nuclear testing will be a major threat to the region. Unification Minister and Foreign Minister attending a Foreign Affairs, Unification and Trade Committee meeting on Monday to answer politicians' questions on North Korea's automatic tests. Yu said that North Korea was likely to carry out another nuclear test but did not elaborate on a detailed time frame. The South Korean Defense Ministry also voiced concern on Monday, warning North Korea not to further provoke South Korea. There has been a boost in diplomatic activity in the region following the North's announcement last month that it will conduct the nuclear test to protest international sanctions toughened over their long-range rocket launch in December. Yu's statement came as South Korean and US troops began naval drills on Monday in a show of force partly directed at North Korea. 3-day exercises began off the Korean Peninsula's east coast that involve live-fire exercises, naval maneuvers and submarine detection drills. That's all the news we have for you today. Thank you for watching, and until next time, goodbye.